Okay, you came into some money. You liquidated some stuff. You got rid of some stuff. Or you saved, you've been disciplined. The question is, do you finance your dream or do you pay for it cash? So let me tell you, fam, there is no right or wrong answer. I am not a financial advisor. But at the same time, I'm going to tell you about life. We are in the midst of transitioning from May to June in the South. Gnats are present. North Florida has a lot of gnats. South Georgia has a lot of gnats. So be aware. They got a gnat line that goes around central Georgia and northern Florida. So if you think about buying land, get ready for the gnats and the flies. So when you see me doing like this or doing like this or doing like this, it's not about you. It's about these gnats. So with that said, what you do? You got your dream. You ready to move. You ready to pounce on that land. You found some land. You want to come through clean. You got your credit right. You got your job security right. You got your finances right. But you deciding, what do I do? Do I pay cash and wrap up all my cash into the land? Or do I finance it? That's the question. And then if I finance it, what type of lending institution should I reach out? One of the things that I would suggest, this is my personal preference, based on your situation. You got so many different situations, so I won't even go down that route. If you have great credit, you've been disciplined, you got a little down payment or you got enough to pay for the whole thing, you might, and then if you like doing what you're doing for as a career, and it seems pretty solid, and if you looked at the projection over the next demanding of decades, it's not solid, but then you might want to consider financing. Financing is something that it's a gamble, it's a risk. You might win or you might lose. But understand, the sooner you can let go of something, at the earliest point, let it go. Let it go back. It's not the best choice, but at the same time, the sooner you can get out of it, the less you lose. The longer you string it out and then lose it, oh my goodness. I'm just speaking on experience. But let's say this. If I had the cash to buy anything that's meaningful in my life, I would buy it hands down and be broke the next day. Let me tell you why. When it comes to land, a car, a house, gold, jewelry, it's yours. You own it. You have it. It's tangible. You can touch it. You can feel it. When you finance it, you always got your buttocks tight. You're always thinking, man, I could lose this. So you're not committed to it. When you're buying land out here, let's talk about land. I'm gonna start from this point on and move forward. When we talk about land, you need to be committed to the land. You need to be connected to the land in order for you to really get the benefits. Because what's the point in leaving the city? What's the point of leaving the rat race and buying land? What's the whole point? The whole point is to indulge in the beauty of nature, to indulge in the beauty of ownership, to indulge in the beauty of having your own choice to do whatever you want to, and to craft and design your own personal space in this life. That's the whole point. If you got any other thing other than food, shelter, and just sustainability, the rest goes out the window. Clout, all of that, it goes out the window. Because owning land does not give you no clout other than when you say, I own so many acres. That does nothing to you as far as internally. You being able to plant, to grow your own food, to have your own shelter, to have everything paid for, and know it's in your name, and know you have it, and all you got to do, I know, pay taxes. Taxes is nothing compared to rent. Imagine owning 20 acres of house, cabins, water wells, septic tank, and more potential, and you paying under $500 a year. You don't own the land. Stop with the foolishness. $500 a year, and I don't pay nowhere near $500 a year, knock on wood. I don't pay nowhere near $500 a year, but at the same time, let's just say I paid $500 a year. Break that down to monthly. What if I paid for everything, I own everything, what is my monthly charge? Even if I don't own anything. Guess what else I can do? I can borrow against it. I can develop it. I can divide it, I can subdivide it, I can pass it on from generation to generation, right? I can save up more money that I'm not paying to pay for the next generation taxes. I can put it in a trust. I can put it in my business name. I can let it generate revenue. It can feed me, it can clothe me, it can shed me from all kinds of different madness on this world if you got enough land. I'm right here by the road. Listen at the traffic. Listen at the horns. Listen at the sirens. I'm next to the road right now, video on this. When you got rural land, yeah, I hear it in the background. You might hear it in the background. It's coming, but I'm prepared for what's coming. That's the beautiful thing about out here in the woods. So if I had my choice, if I had the cash, and if I ended up being broke, I'd buy my land cash and be broke at the end of the day. If I could finance it, if it's kind of out of my reach, out of my bank account where I cannot afford to buy it, I still would go forward if I found the right piece of land. The key is find the right piece of land. Eco, what's the right piece of land? The right piece of land is location, natural resources, opportunity for growth, your personal internal happiness. Are you satisfied with your purchase? Does it have everything that you want in your checkbox? And then also, space. Even if I don't like this section right here on this land, I can go down 30 yards, 40 yards, 50 yards, and still start something totally different. And the difference is, unless you have open, raw land with no trees, no nothing, you have something that you can build and you can develop and create your own piece. When you have land that's full of natural woods, timber, all of that kind of stuff, you can carve out whatever you want, anything you want. So my question is it best to finance at this day and time, or is it best to pay for cash? I don't care what year it is, I don't care what century it is. I'd rather be broke and own land, which you ain't broke. You ain't broke. But I'd rather not have cash and have land with resources. That's the key. Somebody say, I buy land if it got a pond. I buy land if it got woods. I buy land if it got greenery. I buy land if it got minerals. If you do your research and find the right proper land that meets your needs. If I'm homeless, I got land. If I got the right land, I could park my car and live out here without nobody bothering me. If I have open, empty, desolate land, but I got it cheap, understand you don't have the benefits of other people who have true raw land where they have natural resources, natural springs, natural everything. I don't show everything on the land. Why don't I show everything on the land? Because I'm on social media. But at the same time, I'm showing you the opportunities and the possibilities that you can have at this point in time. So at the end of the day, if you had to finance or you had to pay for cash, I would tell you pay for cash. If you can't pay for cash, finance, but put it in a short term and try to put it in a institution rather than the landowner. But if you need to get land and you have to finance through a landowner, just put stuff in writing. Have stuff recorded in the county. Put things in writing. Try to get your attorney somewhere involved. If you don't have enough money for that, stay away from buying land. Stay away from financing land. If you can't have the research to do to make sure that your information is recorded in the county, if you can't confirm everything that the landowner says, then I would not buy land right now. If there's financing options that are cheap, entry level, low hanging fruit, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Anytime it's easy to acquire land, it's red flag. The banks will tell you it's risky for raw land, but it's funny that it's hard to obtain because they don't want you to understand the value that you have. Because imagine this, if I bought a 5-acre plot, I did nothing with it. The bank was hesitant. They wanted me to have a high credit score, a high down payment for the land. And then they took it away. They lose nothing. They actually gain. They gain my down payment, my closing costs, my monthly payment, they own the taxes and everything, and they can still sell it, if not higher, for the same price that I bought it for, I financed it for. So how in the world are you losing? Land don't change. It is what it is. The only thing that changes is the stuff around it. Industrial park can come, a gas line can come through, or anything that disrupt the natural state of the land can disrupt the land. But if it's not that, then guess what it is? You good, you golden. So fam, do not go into this transaction saying, okay, I got enough money to pay cash, but I'm not gonna pay cash because I'm not gonna tout my money. That's fine, but make sure that you are a studious person that knows how to work that money, know how to work that dollar, have done the research, not know somebody to know somebody, but you know it yourself. And you can make the right decision to do what's best and learn how to use that equity to make it pay for itself, to learn how to use that piece of land to make it pay for itself. Otherwise, if you're just trying to go on this homestead journey, you're just trying to be at peace, you're just trying to do that, pay for it cash. Hands down, pay for it cash. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and don't forget to keep on growing. Grow.